Hey everyone, what's happening? Welcome to a special edition of Big Fish Synergy. This one's called Gill Mania, and I'm just gonna focus on some awesome, or actually, maybe we'll call it Pack to the Gills. Either one works for this one. I'll decide. Maybe we'll use both. Who knows? It's so open-ended. But this episode's gonna focus on some gill baits that have really paid off for me. Over the summer here when fishing's been slow, and the gill bite seems to still get it done. So let's get into the video and I'll show you some of these catches. Okay, so start you off with this Vatalion, and this is the smaller version. I believe this is the 110. And this is the floating version. This comes in a floating and a slow sink. And I actually I swap out the hooks to ST35s on this. I don't like the stock Megabass hardware on this. It's just way too light, and I changed the split rings to Owner Hyperwire size 3. And where do I like to use the Vatalion? It's an incredible search bait. This thing is like, first of all, it's like a combination of a glide bait, a lipless crankbait, and a jerk bait. And because this is like the slow floating edition, I'll fish it like this with these reel bumps, and it'll just kind of go like this back and forth, but then it'll sit right under the surface and rise up. And if you're just fishing, if you're trying to find fish and nothing's working, and you throw this in open water and do that, man, you'll find fish that you didn't even know existed. It's utterly insane what this thing can conjure up. And it's one that I like to start off with and just cover a lot of water. I like this cichlid colorway because the light bounces off of it. And in this tannic water that I fish, a lot of the waters in New Jersey are stained. It's really present, and a lot of fish can just see it and it gets bit. This is like my go-to. All the Megabass colorways are excellent. I fish the 190 version too, but I like to downsize in the summer. This looks like more of the gill profile that they're usually eating. So yeah, fish this thing, you know, you can fish it close to cover as well, but again, treat it like a search bait and think about it in the fact that you can do rod twitches, reel bumps, burn in paws. It really is like a combination of a lipless, a jerk bait, and a glide bait. It's its own thing, which I really like. Megabass came up with something special with this thing. Definitely add it to your arsenal. Cool. I forgot to mention the setup for the Vatalion. I actually have this on a St. Croix 7.4 heavy Legend X paired with a Shimano Antares 70A, which is maybe one of the best reels ever made. It's like alien technology. And of course, the St. Croix Legend X is just a phenomenal line. What is going on over there? Whoa, super well balanced. And again, I've got this with 50-pound Max Quattro braid, a little bit lighter, paired with a 20-pound Maxima Ultra Green leader, just so I have a little bit more give on this. I want, you know, I like to keep it thick with the leaders. If I'm going to hook into a giant, I want to know that I'm covered. And again, that's tied with an FG knot. Let's see, is it close down here? You can see it right here. Show it to you. Yeah, there you go. I've got a video on that. You can I'll leave a link above. You can go and check that out. And yeah, you can fish this on conventional gear. If you have a medium heavy that you like that's kind of burly, put it on that. Fish it on a heavy. Just make sure it's got a good tip section and a good bend. You don't want anything to be super stiff. All the St. Croix Legend X's have good tip section, and they bend even if they're rated heavy or rated fast, I should say. They still bend into the blank, so you're good on treble hooks. Vatalion. Came through. Unbelievable. Well, it's another one that T-boned it. Little guy in the Vatalion, that's probably not even 2 pounds. Maybe 2 pounds? It's probably 2 on the dot. 2 maybe. See if the Vatalion can fire him out. This might have the right flash. It might be too much. I don't know. That's a good one. Well, I guess not. I guess that was the right bait. Wow. Oh, God! Just got him on that ST35, man. I just want to make sure I don't. That's a good fish, too. It's a solid 4-pounder. Or 3 pounds. This is how to guarantee you get hooked. Let's get this out of here, get a couple picks. Probably a 3.5 or so. We'll get a weight in a sec. A really nice bite. So that is the right profile. Okay, so the next portion of this is actually going to be focused on the FOM Glide6, and this is in a gill pattern. And FOM is David Williams and his wife, I believe, or his girlfriend. I'm not 100% positive, but what I am 100% positive on is that they do absolutely incredible work. These things are super, super realistic, snack size. Oh, trying not to get the glare there. Nice paint schemes. They swim well. I think that the Glide 6 is almost like a supercharged S-Waver 168. So if you're used to that type of glide, which you know, tactical bass and those guys refer to that as a cover glide, I totally agree. You throw this at the edge of cover, you can get it real choppy and have it dart back and forth. It'll sit right in the strike zone. It's balanced perfectly. I've fished a million of their baits, had no issues with any of them. I fished this on a blackjack, a Megabass blackjack, which is super parabolic because I started getting so many bites at my feet, and I lost a couple fish because I was fishing it on too stiff of a rod, I think. And this has just got a nice parabolic bend. And this is actually a Shimano Antares DC Monster Drive. I fish it on 65-pound braid, Max Quattro, and this is a 25-pound Maxima Ultra Green leader. And again, I'm tying a double uni knot with 6 wraps on it. And again, where do I fish this thing and how do I fish it? This one's really open-ended. You can do a lot of stuff with it. You can be short and choppy and aggressive. You can fish it super slow and just let it kick out and it'll get bit like that. You can really, the sky's the limit. This isn't like one of those ones that's specific. in the way that you have to fish it. It's an all-around type thing. Very versatile. This is one that I pick up right off the bat, and you can almost guarantee yourself at least one bite if you're fishing a gill of this size, and it'll still draw some big bites. Get a lot of fish in the, you know, the high 2, 3, 3.5, some 4s as well. They'll crush it, and you'll get big ones too, but I'm just saying it's a real consistent bite. You know, I think that those two fish on the river systems in Pennsylvania, and they're going after, or they're targeting big smallies. So they developed this line of baits that's like almost like, I guess it was designed for smallmouth, kind of. I guess that's what I'm thinking, just based on this like kind of 6-inch profile. I'm sure this catches absolutely monster smallmouth, but the crossover in the largemouth world it's proven. I mean, I smack them on the wake, the crank down, and the glide. So let's check out some fish catches with this guy. There might be a fish right to the left of that stump, but a little guy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, at least I tell you, this freaking, look at that. Let me just get this. This rod keeps him pinned. There's just no question. That's the FOM Gill Glide. Let me just get a better shot here so you can see it. Oop. Little guy. Cool that he hit that glide though. You think there's another one back there? Let's see. Here's the release. Little guy. Take any swim bait fish I can get, I'll take. I don't care what size it is. It's more about the art of swim baiting and enticing that fish to bite. God, that was terrible. Oh, God, that was terrible. I moved the rod angle. That's really a bummer. That was a good fish. Yes. Oh man, just had him hooked. Look at that. Is that unbelievable or what? Just had him hooked. Now he's hooked worse, I think. He's a little guy, but man, that was an awesome eat. Just pitch that. Yeah, I gotta let him chill out for a second, or else I'm gonna end up with another. Another treble right through the finger. Oh. See, bud. Little guy, right around 2 pounds or so. Really good fight though. Look at this. So much cooler back here too. Well, there was my answer. Does that count? I didn't touch him. What a small guy. Little guy. Oh man. Outstanding bite. That's definitely a 3. Gotta get a weight on this guy. Guys, just got another good one. This time it's on the, you can see this, the FOM Gill Glide. Came right out of the weeds and nailed it. This is probably another like 3, 3.2, 3.3, somewhere in there. Just all nice quality fish for this little, you know, kind of small spot right here. We'll get a release and get this thing back in here.